Hey, you guys. Welcome back. I'm not so behind now, or it shouldn't be, hopefully. I forgot to, I did videos, and then I didn't upload them for 2 days. You know. Alright, so let's get this show on the road. I'm actually running behind because my first customer this morning, I've been grooming her dog frequently, but she works a lot, so it's been her mom's there, or cousin or sister or somebody's home, or she'll leave a code or whatever for me to get in. So I haven't actually seen her literally since the first month I had my van, and I've almost had it for a year. So I had not gotten to see her face to face in a year. So we were catching up, and it was one of those I could not do I gotta go. You know what I mean? I love her so much, so there's no way that was just gonna rush out. I was whatever. Sometimes it's worth being a couple minutes late.
Turn right onto Braeburn Drive, then turn left onto South Carolina 81 North.
I think I've got to
turn left onto South Carolina 81 Northeast Greenville Street.
So anyway, sorry, I started thinking, I heard this thing, I think it was on Joe Rogan. I've been listening to Joe Rogan a lot. I like a lot of, obviously, his interviews are really interesting, especially, some people I care more to hear about than others. I don't remember which one it was in, but it was talking about how our brain thinks at 1,000 words a minute, and we speak at 125 words a minute. I don't remember. It was some extreme like that. So our brain is just going, and then we're actually speaking much slower than that. And that happens to me so much. I notice it in the videos, because it's I'll say something, but I've had a million thoughts before I even spit that out. So that happens to me sometimes. So if I ever get tied up like that, that's what it is. It's my brain's just shooting out thoughts, and I'm trying to put them into words and figure out what I want to put into words and what's just a thought, and you know what I mean? Anyway, so yeah, like I said, I'm running a little behind, but I never worry about that. I'm never running majorly behind. There's only been one time since I've had the van that I've been an hour late, and what happened was that I had a dog that basically, it was not clearly communicated to me the type of shape that the dog was in, and so I was expecting to do a bath and meet in, and got there, and it was a pelted shave down, not just this dog needs to be shaved. It was and it was a puppy, right? So it was just a nightmare. It was his first groom. He needed a full shave down. He's super matted, probably super uncomfortable. It was a mess. So that's the only time I've been significantly late. And I did call as soon as I realized I was going to be really late, and I told the next customer, gave them the option to keep the appointment. I was still going to go out there. That's what he ended up doing, by the way. Or I gave him the option if he wanted to rebook or book for a different day, because I understand that could throw off his entire day, me being that late. But typically I'm not more than 15 minutes late, even if I go take a Starbucks break, or I go talk to a customer a little bit longer than expected, or whatever. And what I tell people, I've never had anybody get mad at me, but if somebody did, I would just say, my job is based off of me driving, and I'm also working with animals, and if they're not having the best day or whatever, things can change. And I do my best to be on time. I always try to leave myself enough time to be on time, but sometimes, you're going to be running a little behind, I think. And that's in the shop or mobile. Sometimes you're just going to be running behind in life, but I try not to stress about it too much. I just think realistically, okay, well, you know, I'm going to be a little late. So I just tell the customer. I flat out told my next customer, I said, hey, like, I'm just running a little late. I got a little tied up with my first client this morning. I had not seen her in a long time, so we just got chatting. But I'm on my way. I'll be there soon. I think honesty is the best policy ever. I know some people would be like, that's so unprofessional. Like, why is it? Why is that unprofessional to say, like, you know what? I sat there and I wanted to talk to my client, hear a little bit about what's going on with her, talk about what's been going on with her dog. He started enrichment classes, and she's telling me about training he's doing now. That's really cool. I want to hear about it. So how does that make me unprofessional to, like, run a little bit behind because I want to hear about what's going on with my client in her life? You know what I mean? So whatever. I'm going to be 15 minutes late. It's not the end of the world. So there's for you if you're, like, fucking one of those people that are, like, constantly, like, so stressed about being late. You're going to be late sometimes. You're just going to. We do our best, but this is coming from somebody that I used to go, like, whenever I was working an hour away, sometimes I'd get to work up to, like, you know, an hour and a half, my drive is an hour and a half, so sometimes I'd sit in the parking lot for 30 minutes, 45 minutes, depending, because I'd leave so early, because I didn't want to have to worry about being late, because the place I worked, if you were, like, a minute late, that's something you would get written up for, so it gave me this, like, serious, like, anxiousness about, like, being late to things, and I just kind of had to learn that, like, sometimes you're just going to be late, and it's okay, and if somebody reams you for being late, like, fuck them. You know what I mean? I mean, seriously, fuck them. We've all been late in our lives. There's no reason to, like, be so ridiculous. Like, I don't know. Some things, like, yeah, I get that they have to be done at a certain time, but, like, I mean, I'm talking, like, what I'm talking about right now is me grooming a dog. There's no reason that I can't be 15 minutes late to groom a dog when I drive around for a living. You know what I mean? I don't know I'm explaining this to you. That's just where my brain's going right now. But yeah, so I have so many things going on right now, and I'm so excited. Today's actually going, like, really well. I was kind of dreading because I decided I was going to start working earlier because I'm going down to 4 days a week grooming, and then 1 day a week will be devoted to webinars and, you know, private lessons and any education kind of stuff that we're going to be doing is going to be completely devoted to that. So that'll be my Mondays. And then Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I am going to be grooming. And I'm going to be doing probably starting at like 8 in the morning and then hopefully being off by like 5. So it's going to be a much longer day, but I should still be grooming the same amount of dogs per week. Because typically I like to groom 4 dogs a day. So I'm going to go up to grooming like 5 dogs a day and working 4 days. So it's going to work out in the wash because I'm not going to be working 5 days anymore. I'm going to be working 4 days, but I'm going to do 5 dogs on those days. You see, because I was going to balance, so I'm not actually making any less money. I'm just working less days. And then actually I should be making more money because I'm going to be making money off of these classes that I'm doing and private lessons and all that stuff, and, you know, working on social media. I have some I was actually brainstorming some videos this morning as I was working because there's like some videos I've been wanting to do that honest to God, it was like it never really hit me that the reason I hadn't done them was because I didn't have anybody to help me film them. But I started thinking about it and I was like one thing that I really want to do is like my favorite things in the van. And you know how sloppy that video looks when I try to film it myself, because I've tried to do like a video to kind of show you things. It looks sloppy with me like trying to direct the camera, show you like with one hand, and then I'm like forgetting to look at the camera. I'm not even pointing at the right thing. It's a mess, you guys. So for a video like that, like my top favorite things about my van, I definitely want to help filming that so that you can see what the fuck I'm talking about. And I was thinking about it. I need to just do a favorites video in general. I had somebody request that I do a 2020 favorites video, and it was like by the time I saw the comment, I was like, damn it, that is a good idea. It would have been a really good video. And then it was like, I mean, now we're in fucking March, really. I mean, it's February right now when I'm filming this, but by the time you see it, it's probably going to be March. So, you know, I'm like, too late, really. I'm really trying to think where this is going to lead me out. Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea which way it's going to have me go for this, but I'm just driving. I'm going to like a different area. I'm kind of doing a lot of driving around today. It's kind of a mess. I had one client, it was kind of a frustrating situation. I get a lot of messages. I'm usually messaging back and forth with like 5-6 different people at a time per day. And basically, I'd been messaging back and forth with this lady. She said that she wanted last Monday at 3:30, and I'm like, cool, no problem. And she'd been talking about her dog, and she said something about, like, I need to get little girl in the schedule, and I was unclear if the dog's name was little girl or if she was saying, like, my little girl. You know what I mean? So I messaged her back, and this was 2 weeks ago. I messaged her back, I was like, to be clear, I was like, your dog's name is little girl, correct? I didn't hear anything back from her. Completely forgot about the conversation, forgot that, you know, she'd wanted this appointment, whatever, right? So I hold appointments for like 24 hours. I usually have the attention span to remember that, but I had held that appointment for quite some time. I ended up booking somebody else in it, not even realizing, you know what I mean? And then on Monday, the day that this woman wanted the appointment, she texted me that morning and she's like, oh yeah, my dog's name is little girl. And I'm like looking at it, like basically she's expecting that I'm coming like 3:30 that day to come grab her dog. That appointment had been filled. I was like, oh my God. So then I felt bad because I knew, like, part of it was because I get so many messages and I was overwhelmed. And like, if I hadn't been so overwhelmed by messages, I would have messaged her again and be like, hey, like, I just want to clarify your dog's name. I don't have you on the schedule yet. So anyway, I had to tell her, I was like, hey, I'm sorry I didn't hear back from you. Like, you know, I already booked somebody else in that appointment, but, you know, I can come a different day. And anyway, so she, I think was frustrated with me. And to be fair, I was a little frustrated with her too, because I was like, man, like, if you realize how many people I talk to in a day, like, you can't expect that I would like remember all this. Like, I do my best, but man, if you don't tell me the shit, and I told her, I was like, you know, we'd booked appointments before. I was like, if you haven't gotten anything from my booking system, then I don't have you in the system. Like, because every time I enter a new appointment, it sends out a text and says like, hey, your appointment has been entered, blah, blah, blah. So if you haven't gotten that, like, please check in with me, because that means I have not gotten you on the system. So yeah, anyway, all that to say that I'm working like 12 hours today because of that situation, because the only thing I really could do, like, because I didn't want to, like, I didn't have anywhere to put that woman, basically, and I didn't want to have to, like, push her, like, almost a month because of the miscommunication. So what I did was book myself, like, 12 hours. So it's great. It's okay. It's fine. Like, I just kind of, okay, so here's the thing. This is what I chose to do with my life. This is what I want to do in my life. I think about it all the time, that I could be working in an office right now. Like, even, like, sometimes I'll have people be like, oh, I wish I could dye my hair like yours, but, like, I can't because of my job or whatever. I'm like, but that's, like, people's real lives. Like, and it's like, I forget that because I'm so fucking, what's the word I'm looking for? Gifted, like, lucky, something along those lines. I'm lucky. I get to go to work and I do something that I enjoy doing every day, and that's really lucky. And I just have to remind myself, if I, like, wake up and I'm like, oh my God, I have to work 12 hours today, or I'm, like, really fucking tired or whatever, I just have to remember, like, this is it. Like, this is, like, I'm living the fucking dream. Like, there's people that work probably more than I do that are fucking working the worst jobs ever, maybe not making shit, and they fucking hate their job. That's not me. I make really good money doing what I'm doing. I love what I'm doing. Like, I love my customers. Like, I love the dogs. I love the freedom of just being able to, like, drive around in my van all day and just, like, chill, man. Listen to whatever I want to listen to. You know, Stevie Nicks, she has an album and a song that's called Rock a Little. And she talks about how you rock a little all your life, you know? When you're a baby, you rock in the cradle up until when you're old and you're rocking in the rocking chair, right? So, that's kind of like my motivation is, like, you know, if I'm having a day where I'm just like blah, I'm like, I'm gonna go rock a little, and that's what I fucking do, man. I love it. Like, I love that saying. Like, I love what I do. I'm really, really, really lucky. So I can always talk myself out of it if I'm feeling like tired. I mean, we're all gonna feel tired. Like, you know, when I get overwhelmed, because I'm like, you know, where I'm really far behind is like at my personal house. Like, seriously, like, I need to clean my fucking house. I wish I could just, like, have somebody there to just, like, clean my shit and cook for me. I'd be so happy, because that's where I really fall behind. Because I put my everything into, like, this. Like, grooming the dogs, getting better at grooming. Like, I always want to challenge myself. I want each groom to look better than the last. That's really where my focus is. And really, recently, it's been the classes and getting the classes together and formatting them and, like, making them make sense. And it's like, when I see it coming together, it's, like, so exciting. And even when I feel like I have no energy in my body, like, sitting there and, like, mapping out these classes and, like, doing this stuff, it, like, gives me more energy than any fucking Red Bull ever could. I'm telling you. It just, like, it's, like, so exciting. I get this, like, a feeling of anticipation, like butterflies in my stomach, you know what I mean? That's how I feel before I know I'm doing something big. My stand's doing not bad today. It's not the best, but it's not too bad, right? Not too bad. It's better than it was doing yesterday. Well, 2 days ago for you guys. Because I did 2 videos yesterday. I was going to do a video on Sirius today, but then I was like, you know, I think I've actually done that exact video. Like, I was going to do a video on his nail trim. And I think I literally not only did that video before, but I think I did it 3 weeks ago. Fuck. It's bound to happen. I'm always getting fucking phone calls. It'll be nice one day I might even buy, like, a video camera and then, like, not have to worry about phone calls and random shit interrupting my videos, or, like, me trying to, like, talk and then I'm getting a bunch of text messages and constantly, like, looking in, like, in the corner or whatever to see what the text is saying. That'd really be something. One of these days. We're working towards it. You know, I like the weather today. It's, like, foggy and, like, spooky. I like it. It's like, it was, like, a really, like, calm feeling whenever I was going to my first client this morning. Something about starting a little bit earlier. I'm telling you, I feel, like, a little bit more energized than I normally do. Like, it's only 10 o'clock and I'm, like, doing my second dog. You know what I mean? I kind of like it. So I think this is going to be good, actually. I was kind of nervous. Like I said, I was like, I like my mornings. I like just sitting there. But I also like to just get this shit over with and I can go home and chill. You know what I mean? So it's like, not so bad. It's not so bad. Again, I'm doing something I love. I'm not fucking in an office. What more can I say? Just doing what I love and loving what I do, you know. It's a pretty cool feeling. It's unreal. The classes, I'm just like, it's gonna, like, take me a while, like, because you guys have been asking for so long, and I'm just, like, really, you know what it is I've been telling myself that I'm not qualified for so long. Actually, the interview with Stevie Nicks, where she talks about the rock a little and rocking from the cradle to the rocking chair and all that, she was saying about, like, how doubt is, like, one of the things that holds her back the most, and that's really, like, why I haven't ever really tried to teach. Like, I just kept telling myself, like, I'll teach down the road. Like, I don't know how much experience I felt like I needed, but it was like I just kept thinking that, you know, I'll teach later or whatever. It's like, why not teach now? Why not teach now? I, like, it, so many questions, like the shampoo thing especially, like, I'm so excited to, like, do a class on this because it's something I get so many fucking questions on, and it's like something I know a lot about, but I haven't had the time to like really sit down and like go into it. And it's like every time I do a video and it's done and I post it, and then I get like really good questions, and I'm like, shit, I wish I could have answered that. So that's why I think this webinar thing is gonna be like beautiful, because I'm gonna save spots for questions, and you guys have really good questions, and you know, we can discuss, we can talk about how things work. I've really like how I've got it laid out now for the shampoo class. I'm like, I am like probably gonna spend like a good 20 minutes talking about like specifically like how shampoo works and like what it does to the hair and like all that before I even get into the different types of shampoo. Because that's going to be something we're going to talk about too, is like, okay, what's a de-shed shampoo, what's a whitening, like what's a deep cleaning, like, you know, what the hell are all these different shampoos? Like, you know, there's about 300 different shampoos on the market. What the fuck is the difference between them? Why would I want one more than another? I hate these damn bumpy roads. Like, we'd be good if the road wasn't damn so bumpy. I'm fucking bumping around and it's like moving my camera mount, like motherfucker. And the van's like boom, boom, boom. Like, it's not like, you know, the car is like, you know, you just like a quick bounce, but the van's like, it's like being in a boat. I don't know how to explain it. That's how it feels when you're like bumping over things though. It's like you feel big. That's how I feel like I'm in a boat. So anyway, you know, I always get somebody riding my ass. I'm like, listen, honey, I'm not going faster is the thing. So I start going faster, I start flipping my shit in the back and knock the clip right out, and then I really get pissed off. So a no for me. How much longer am I going to go straight up this road? I did not listen when she was talking. I feel like I've been straight forever. I can't think of like where I'm getting to, so I'm like, where the fuck is she going to have me turn? One of these days. Right, Steve? I shouldn't talk to you. She's going to want to come over here now. That's how it works. I can't even help myself. It's honestly, that's part of the reason I do these videos. So I'm glad you guys watch it, because really I'm doing it for me, not you. I'm just kidding. I'm doing it for both of us. Doing it for us both, but it really does, like, you know, it's nice, like, talking. Being able to get some of these thoughts out of my head, because like, swear to God, like, the person I talk to the most is probably my mom. I'll call her some days because I need to get some thoughts out of my brain, and she'll literally go on like a fucking 45-minute long tangent about politics or something that I just like don't even want to talk about, and I won't even get to talk about anything that I wanted to say that I needed to like get out of my head. And it's like, sometimes I feel like I'm going insane. So do these videos and be like, hey, this is what's going on with me, this is my ideas, these are things that I'm coming up with and doing and whatever, is so helpful to just get this shit out of my brain.
In a quarter mile, turn left onto Casson Road.
Casson Road. What the fuck? That didn't help. Yeah. It just looks like you guys are gonna fly off of there. There we go. It's not getting better, is it?
Turn left onto Casson Road.
We're gonna take these turns especially slow. I know, he's been riding my ass
Turn left
forever.
onto South Carolina 86 East.
I can't tighten it. If I tighten it anymore, it's gonna like what's it called? Where, you know, like when you screw something so tight and then it just spins freely? It does that. That's what happens to it. That's why I can't tighten. No, I don't need you up here. Come on. I don't let Stevie ride in my lap. What's this guy doing? Is he hitchhiking? Hello? He's got his walking stick. Did y'all see? He stopped and turned and said, alright, bitch,
Turn left onto South Carolina 86 East.
I think I know where I'm at now. Alright. I'm not normally coming from this direction. Oh yeah, I know where I'm at. Nice. I wish y'all could see her. I can't wait to have somebody help me film so y'all can see what the fuck I'm doing and talking about.
Continue on South Carolina
It's gonna be
86 East, 3/4 of a mile.
So nice. What else? My arm, I get to take this shit off tonight. The Tegaderm, I think is what it's called. Can't wait to take this shit off. Here's the thing, I love it, and then like I'm like excited to take it off at the same time. Like I would not want to get a tattoo and not get it on there because it really does help to, like I don't have to worry about it while I'm bathing and whatever. And then it's so much nicer, like it's not like you know when you get a tattoo done, it's like a fucking open wound, and it's like anytime you like lightly touch something, it hurts so bad. So this, you don't have to feel like you got fucking road rash on your arm. But it gets to a point where it starts to come off. Like right now, it's rolling up on my wrist a little bit, and it's like I just want to pick it all off once it's starting to lift up. You know what I mean? So.
In a 1/4 mile, turn right onto Sherman entrance.
Sherman. What's up, baby? I'm so glad I went and got coffee real quick. I didn't have time, but I did it anyway. Sometimes it's like that.
Then turn right onto Wild Marsh Road.
But yeah, I get to take this off, and then you wash it, and then you put Aquaphor or whatever you use to clean or to put on it or whatever. That's I use like a little Aquaphor, and then yeah.
Turn right onto Wild Marsh Road.
So it's nice. Like I said, I can't wait. Look, can y'all see this? There's a fucking pony. Hey, horsey. Can you see the horse? Look at the horse. It's like a neighborhood, y'all. This is like a fucking neighborhood, and they literally have a horse. Obviously, it's at the beginning of the neighborhood, so obviously there's owned or whatever. I just think that's so random. Hey, what are y'all doing with your little dog? Little dog, little dog, little dog, Steve. Hi, little dog people. Oh, look at what you got. You got a Yorkie thing? Hey, sir, with your Yorkie thing. Stevie, we like Yorkies here. Are you serious? This is what I do. That's how I pick up clients. We drive through and we're like, hi, little presidential wave, you know. Oh, it's me, the dog groomer. All right, let me go because these people are always like waiting out in their driveway for me. So anyway, I love you guys. Thank you as always for watching. Bye.